All right, girl, are you ready for this?
I'm ready. This was such a great
And
chapter.
I am loving this
I think
chapter.
everybody can relate to this in many
Yeah.
ways.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. You start relating it, and I started relating it into literally every aspect of my life. So I could basically highlight the whole thing,
Yes.
which is
So
interesting. You
it
want to
is.
start us off? I'm going to make sure we're
Yeah.
loaded up on
So we're
Facebook. Okay.
talking about a chapter from this book, 101 Essays That Will Change the Way You Think by Brianna Weiss. And we are on chapter 12. And every Wednesday, Dr. Jen and I come here live at 9 a.m. Central Time just to discuss a chapter. So, chapter
I love
12
it.
is the knowing doing gap, why we avoid doing what's best for us, and how to conquer resistance for good. So, we know that exercise is good for us.
Yep.
Why don't we do it sometimes? We
Exactly.
know what foods are good for us, yet we choose other foods. So, this chapter starts off with a really, I mean, not this, yeah, this chapter starts off with a really good paragraph that I just thought I would read.
Hmm.
The ancient Greeks called it akrasia. The Buddhists call it resistance. You and I call it procrastination. Every
Yes.
productivity guru on the internet calls it being stuck. So, Jeffrey Pfeiffer and Robert Sutton call it the knowing doing gap, or the experience of knowing the best thing to do, but doing something else anyway.
We
So, how many
know.
of us do that? We could all raise our hand, right?
Yeah, like we know exactly what we need to be doing, and we're
Yes.
still not doing it.
Well, do you know why we do that?
Oh,
Because we choose comfort.
yeah,
We choose comfort. So, we can have comfort foods. We can
yeah,
choose sitting on the couch instead of getting up and going for a walk after dinner.
yep.
This is really eye opening, and
We,
it was funny.
mm-hmm.
This morning, Randy was leaving for work, and I said, "Let me ask you something." I
He
said,
walked
"Why
into
do
that.
we choose to do things when we know something else is better for us?" And he was just like, question mark. So I started telling him about it. And I said,
Yeah.
"And you're welcome for your TED talk today."
I
That's how
love
I
it. That's
sent him off
exactly
today.
that's exactly and now he's going to be contemplating
I
all of
know.
his life choices for the
Right.
entire day. That's good. That's good. I
Right.
love that you do that for him. You're an amazing wife. That's what you are. Um I I can relate this to so many things, and we can just dive right into this, but
Yes.
I loved that second paragraph, the last line. Understanding the fabric of resistance is the only way we can unstitch it. How
Yes.
tightly wound we are into comfort.
Mm-hmm.
And yet, if we actually sat and took the time to contemplate the things that we do each and every day, like for instance, food, okay,
Right.
we take comfort in comfort foods, which may be cake and carbs and sugar and salt, and depending on who you are, we take comfort in that. Yet, when we look at the food, if we sat long enough, looked at the meal that we are about to consume and said, okay, this is sugar and salt and saturated fats. This is going to glue up my insides, leave
Yeah.
me inflamed and constipated. I'm going to be a mess. I'm going to be insulin resistant for the next 24 hours. I
Mm-hmm.
know I'm going to be bloated. I know I'm going to regret it. I know I'm going to be tired. If we really sat and like just walked through it, stopped for a
Right.
second and walked through all the steps of what's going to happen if we just dive into junk,
Mm-hmm.
we wouldn't do it.
But it tastes good. Yeah, they
But
make it that way, don't
yeah,
they? They
yeah.
make it that way so you crave that stuff. That's why you have to break out of that cycle.
Can I, stepping 2 seconds away from the book, tell you about a post I saw yesterday?
Yes, please.
I saw this post and I saved it and bookmarked it, so I'm gonna have to pull it up and reference it and show you guys in
Okay.
the group. But it basically was a study that showed when you have comfort food or your sugary, salty, snacky things, we know that that responds with like a dopamine like response in the brain,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Keeps you in that dopamine seeking comfort
Sure.
response cycle. They actually showed in a study that looking at the face of your best friend releases more dopamine in the same receptors that food does. Looking
Wow.
at the face of your best friend. I literally wrote this whole post. I haven't posted it, but now y'all gonna see it. But on literally, it's like feed your face or FaceTime.
Wow. And FaceTime is so much better for you.
Literally, all you have to do is look at the face of your friend, and it brings you that joy, that happiness,
That's
like food does. And
amazing.
how
Oh
many
my
times,
gosh.
think about how many times loneliness and all those things, we seek
Yes.
the comfort of food,
Yes,
when really we just need human connection.
we do.
Isn't that
Absolutely.
crazy?
That is so crazy.
This totally reminded me of that.
Wow. I can't wait to read that post. And I'd love to read the
Yeah,
article too.
yeah.
So
There's
yeah,
so many
there,
reasons we
yep,
self-sabotage.
has to
Oh
do
my
with
gosh.
comfort. We want
It's
to be
all comfort.
comfortable,
It's all comfort.
pain-free and secure.
And I love this. Modern society is designed to convince us a good life is one that is most comfortable, able
Mhm.
to provide us with a sense of being pain free and secure. Humans being hardwired to seek comfort, translating to survival. If you think about that, Neanderthal times, like they seeked comfort because it was survival. Like,
Yes.
right? You got out of
Mhm.
the rain, heat, like seeking comfort is innately ingrained in our biology and our
Mhm.
psychology. Like, this is part of our lives. And we love to say that we are different from Neanderthals beating on their chest and throwing a woman
Yes.
over their shoulder and walking into a cave. But the truth is, we're
Right.
really not.
No, we just have different behaviors.
We're not. We're
Right.
not. We have the same biology. We have the
Mhm.
same chemistry, and we seek comfort. And comfort is basically whatever you are used to doing
Mhm.
each and every day.
Exactly. And we have to move past resistance. So that requires a shift in what we feel is comfortable. So I was telling Randy this morning. You know, I've been on this health journey with you for over a year and a half and
Mhm.
healed my insulin resistance, my inflammation, my hot flashes, all of that. I still have to make the choice every day to choose the healthy food, to not indulge in, junk food. Or, I mean, I don't have it
Mhm.
here really, but when you're out at, let's say this weekend, your graduation parties,
Yeah,
and, we've got birthdays like crazy in June. And, you can indulge a little, but gosh, it takes a daily choice and a choice at every meal to make that I choose the healthier, because I know that it starts to spiral if you don't continue,
exactly. Yeah,
So I just told him that my comfort is in choosing the healthy because I feel better now. So I'm trying to stay on that track. And it's easy with the supplements we use.
yeah.
I'm not hungry. I don't have the cravings.
And if,
Um,
and if you think about it, really, are we more comfortable bloated and inflamed, or
exactly.
are we more
No.
comfortable
Right.
feeling good in our
Right.
bodies? I mean,
Yep.
when you eat the junk food and you wake up the next day, I mean, I can step out of healthy eating
Mm-hmm.
for dinner,
Mm-hmm.
right?
It's
And
absolutely
I can walk into it and I can consume a meal that I know is going to be not what I need to
not your
eat, right?
usual. Yes.
Right. And I use the tools so I don't overeat and all of those things.
Mhm.
And yet the next morning, I will always wake up with consequences. I will wake up with
Yes.
little swollen sausage fingers.
Mhm.
I will wake up with some bloating instead of my stomach feeling flat.
Mhm.
And it's a steady reminder that, okay, those foods that I love so much really aren't the
No,
comfort my body
no,
wants. And then that's a meal I don't dive into for a very long time.
exactly. Exactly.
And it's not like it's not like I've fallen off the wagon and then
No.
no, I mean, a conscious choice
Mhm.
to enjoy a food that I know is not going to make me feel amazing,
Right.
honestly. Um, and yet it teaches me so much, because then for weeks at a time, I do not crave it. I like, do not want it, do not desire it, don't even want to drive by
Right.
that restaurant, because I'm like, ugh, that's an inflammatory response like nothing
Mhm.
else. It's not something, it's the uncomfortable.
Yes,
right?
exactly. And making that choice to have the comfort in feeling healthy.
Yeah.
Um, that for me is a better choice. That for you is a better choice. And it takes
Yeah.
retraining your brain
Oh, absolutely.
to think that way instead of
Mhm.
indulging in this, dopamine hit of, let's say, chips and dip with a burger.
Mhm.
I choose not to because I
Yeah.
know that I'm going to feel better when I don't. So it is retraining the brain. And, before, I would say years ago, I would put a poster up with like um photos of me when I felt my healthiest to inspire me and stuff like that. Now
Mhm.
I can just
Yeah.
automatically think in my head, what I felt like before and
Mhm.
how do I want to continue feeling now. So I choose every day, every meal. Um, am I perfect? By no means. No means whatsoever.
Right.
But the tools that we use do help me make those choices a lot better, a
Well,
lot
yeah, when you're
easier.
not constantly
Yeah.
craving and
Yes.
when you stay fuller longer, I mean,
Yes. Exactly.
that's some great, that's
Good.
some helping
Good
tools
stuff.
that really are keeping you from making bad choices.
Well, and I've told you this before, how free I feel, not measuring, not
Yeah.
weighing, not
Yeah.
tracking. It has freed up so much time for me. Also just having 2 meals a day instead of 3 with snacks. No snacks. I just 2 healthy, nutritious, nourishing meals to my body. It's amazing.
Oh my gosh. So I have been on a kick lately of like steak and veggies for
Oh,
dinner, like
yum.
every night, like
So, so
steak and
good.
veggies, steak and veggies.
Yeah.
And this has been like this thing I've been doing like every single night. It's steak and veggies. And once in a while I'll throw chicken in there, but it's just been steak and veggies like over and over
Hmm.
and over again. And I've just been craving it constantly. Well, last night we sat down and I had all this extra salad left over from the graduation party. And I'm like, we got to eat this salad. And I'm just talking about greens,
Sure.
cut up fresh vegetables, and all of that
Hmm.
stuff. So I threw together this salad and sat down to eat it with my steak. And I was like, oh my gosh, why is this so good? Why am I not eating salad anymore? What just happened to
Yes.
me?
So
And
good.
you get comfortable. You
Right.
get comfortable with the same thing, same thing. And I didn't even
Hmm.
want to do the work of like, oh, cutting up all the vegetables to throw in the salad and blah, 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 blah. And
Yes.
why should I do that? And blah. And then I finally just pushed myself a little and said, all right, I'm going to do the work. I'm going to cut up all the rest of the fresh veggies, throw them on all this
Right.
extra lettuce that I have,
That's great.
and I'm going to do it. And how rewarding that was. And
Yes.
how crazy is it that we literally have to fight our own mind and say, let's do something different.
Ah.
Do you know
Well,
what I mean? It's
yeah,
crazy.
it
It's
is. And it
crazy.
probably tasted so good. And I love to make a big salad at the beginning of the week and then just have some with my
Yeah.
meal or
Yeah.
have it as a bed to my chicken or whatever. One of the reasons I used to steer away from salads was because, the dressing can be
Yes.
so packed with fat and calories and junk. So when I found this store in downtown Janesville, which I gave you some, the vinegar, the
Oh my
flavored
gosh.
vinegars, and
Yes.
I just it's so good. You're not pouring all those calories and fat on
Yes.
there. I do the little bit of EVOO and the what is it, cranberry pear vinaigrette.
Mm-hmm.
I also had a cucumber melon vinaigrette. I'm saying
Ooh.
vinaigrette, but it's not vinaigrette, it's vinegar. It's all these different flavors of vinegar, and then you just toss it with a little olive oil, and it's so refreshing. It's
It's
light,
so that's what I had last night
good. I
was
love
the
it.
pear one that you
Yes,
gave me,
yes.
and it had that on my salad.
Mhm.
And we all know the benefits of vinegar to the body. It's
Yes,
incredible for your
mhm.
gut and your blood sugar. You guys are missing out. And everybody probably looks at like gonna listen to us today and be like, vinegar? You think I'm just gonna pour vinegar instead of my ranch and my creamy Caesar and all my stuff?
Exactly.
I'm
Hey,
gonna pour
try it.
vinegar. I was the same way. I said absolutely not. I can't even stand the smell of vinegar. We're not
Right.
making an olive oil. Like, are you joking right
I
now?
know. I know.
Obsessed. And
Right.
now I am
So good.
obsessed.
It's so light and refreshing. And I need to
Yeah.
make a trip back there because I'm low and I know that they have new flavors all the time. So I'm
Oh,
gonna
I
see what I
love
can
it.
find.
I
See what I
love it.
can
I love
find.
it. I gotta head up that way. Let me tell you, girl. I
Yes,
gotta
you
head
do.
up. I do. All right. So
Um,
back to our book because we're just getting
yes.
excited about food right now. And I'm just
Yes.
like, oh, thinking about what I'm going to have for lunch today and how
Right.
good it's going to be. I liked in that third paragraph, second page, where
Yes.
mid paragraph, just the phrase manic state of
Oh,
indecision.
oh, yeah.
Okay. Not calling myself out in my own mental health right now, but here we are. How many
Manic
times
state?
I know how many times I felt honestly like I am in a manic state of indecision because I know personal, well, I'm talking about my personal life, my health, no matter what I'm talking about. All of a sudden I look and I'm like, okay, I'm so comfortable in where I'm at and I know I need to make change and I change feels so uncomfortable right now.
Mm-hmm.
It feels hard. It feels like a
Mm-hmm.
pain in the butt. Something
Yes.
I don't even want to go down that rabbit hole, opening that door, doing the hard things. And so I do nothing at all. And
You
that
just
state,
freeze.
yes, and that
Mm-hmm.
state of indecision.
Mm-hmm.
Should I stay or should I go? Should I
Right.
move in this direction or not? Do I
Right.
pack my bag or stay still?
Right. And it's,
You're
you
stuck.
know, it's gonna, it's, you're at a Y in the road, right? You
Yeah,
go left or right.
yeah,
And you know
yeah.
that it's gonna change the course of everything.
Yeah, and how many times have I found myself
Right.
knowing
We
that
all
I
have.
have to go left or right and
Yes.
standing at the crossroads
Yes.
in this manic state of indecision? I
Mm-hmm.
mean, she hit the hammer on the head with that.
Yes.
I mean, in this state of heightened anxiety, frustration,
Mm-hmm.
not listening to my head or my heart,
Right.
just basically to me, this completely resonated. I've had those decisions with my health. I've had
Right.
those decisions with my personal life. I mean, how
Yes.
many times do I get? I mean, I'm going to be completely raw and honest with you.
Okay.
Last night, yeah, I know. Let's just last night. We're going back real far. Last night, I sat on the couch, right?
Okay.
And I sat there and it was beautiful outside. Like the weather was, it was gorgeous, crisp, cool. It's about 7 o'clock. It got crisp and cool.
Mm-hmm.
And in my brain, I said, oh my gosh, I would love to take that 1 hour walk right now.
Mm-hmm.
I need to get up, put my shoes on, go outside, just do the thing, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
going to feel good. It's going to be
Yes.
energizing. I'm going to sleep better, all of these things. And I sat there looking at the remote and I said, well, or I could just turn on the TV and completely
Yeah.
zone out my
Check
brain.
out. Right.
And for me, I felt like if I got up and went outside, that my mind would just start going on all the
Thinking.
decisions that I need to
Right.
make in the
Right.
next few weeks. And I didn't want to deal with that uncomfort.
Right.
I
It's
didn't,
understandable.
even though I knew the walk would be physically and mentally healthy for me,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't go
You
because
didn't
I
make that
didn't want
choice.
to deal with
Right.
my own inner thoughts that I
Yes.
knew would come up because when I get outside in nature, all of a sudden I start thinking about all these things and it's my
Yes.
creativity starts going. But
Mm-hmm.
it also gets that inner dialogue going and you
Yeah.
start thinking of all the things that you've been avoiding all day long and how you need to deal with them.
Mm-hmm.
And I chose to hit a
Yes.
button and sit there and be lazy
Zone out.
because I knew it would be complete distraction to just listen to some junk garbage
Sure. I
TV.
get it. I get it. We all do that. We all do that. We avoid the
Yeah.
hard stuff.
Yep.
I was going to say here too what she says in regard to that manic state of indecision.
Mm-hmm.
She says you have to take control for yourself, and you can do so by considering the big picture, the alternative, the way your life will be if you don't do this thing. So
Yeah.
that's hard because you don't know what this thing is going to look like
Yeah.
in the future, right?
No, you don't. So that's just another thing that's uncomfortable, the unknown.
Exactly.
We're scared of the
Exactly.
unknown. We're absolutely scared
Right.
of the unknown. And
Right.
even when it comes to things like health and weight loss, I know this seems
Mm-hmm.
counterintuitive. At the same time, we don't know what it's like. If you've always been 400 pounds, you don't
Yes.
know what it's like to be
Mhm.
150.
Exactly.
You don't. There is
No.
uncomfort in that, and you may not want to admit that, But
Right.
what is it going to look like if I'm not at that
Mhm.
state anymore in my health?
Right.
I hang out with all my friends are 400 pounds and I hang out with all those people. If I lost 200 pounds, who would I be friends with? Who would I hang out with?
Exactly.
What would I do? Like, honestly, it's crazy to think
Mhm.
about.
Mhm.
But if you
No.
really go down that rabbit hole and think about it,
Mhm.
take the
I
time.
always, I mean, I can think of several, like where we raised our family in Crystal Lake. And
Mhm.
when it came to the point where we were going to sell that house and move, that's a huge decision,
Oh, yeah.
So I always go back to making a pros and cons list for each
Hmm.
way. And, I always say too, nothing is forever. If this doesn't
True.
work out, if we
True.
moved to an apartment for a few years and we loved it there. But of course, when our granddaughter came along, we wanted to be closer to her and now our grandson, Ajak. Um, but moving from Illinois to
Hmm.
Wisconsin to be near our grandchildren, that's huge.
Yeah.
That if we hadn't, we wouldn't have the relationship we do now with the kids.
Yeah.
And are we going to be here forever? We don't know. So I just always try to hold everything loosely because, even last night, Randy was saying he loves this house. And I said, I do love this home also, but it's a house. So it's just a matter of making it your home.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it's a matter of, what is around you that matters, your kids,
Hmm.
your
Hmm.
grandkids, whatever. So I can so relate. I think we all can relate to those
Oh,
big
yeah.
decisions where you come to that fork in the road. Um,
Yeah.
and you just have to make the best decision you can with what you know at the time and lean into it.
I think when it comes to, we talk about health and wellness a lot, it's our jam. But
Yes.
when it comes to health and wellness, this next paragraph that brought
Yes.
really made me think about my own health. So,
Right.
how will you quantifiably measure this year if you had to live today or any average day on repeat for the rest of your life? Where would you end up?
I
So, if I
thought.
got up every single morning and drank the Starbucks latte and had the bagel and cream cheese for breakfast
Mm-hmm.
and ate the burger and fries for lunch and then came home and slammed a pizza for dinner
Mm-hmm.
and I did it every
Right.
single day, what would my life look like in 10 years, 20 years, 30 years? Think
Exactly.
about it. Think about it.
Right.
If you really have to think about, if you think about your day
Mhm.
like that, if I ate like this every single day, I would be
Mhm.
300 pounds on 10 prescriptions in a nursing home at
Mhm.
65. Like,
Yes.
that's the reality of it.
Yes, it is.
Versus if I chose to get up every single day and move my
Mhm.
body for 15 minutes,
Right.
if I choose to drink water as the first thing to hydrate my life so that I'm not
Mhm.
ravenous all morning long every single day, if I
Mhm.
lean into good protein and fiber and healthy foods and nutrients and my gut is healthy and I take the walk instead of watching the stinking TV.
Thinking TV for sure. Yes. Although I did want to say to you, you don't always have to go out for an hour. Even a 10 to 15-minute walk is huge.
Yes,
So
so true.
you could have limited yourself and said, you know what? Okay, you can watch TV, but go take a 10 to 15-minute walk first.
Exactly, exactly. And there's some more stinking mindset where so often if I'm going to go for the walk, I'm like, well, if I'm not going to do a whole hour, what's the point in going? Do you know what I mean? I mean, think of
Yes,
how
I
many
know.
times,
I
think about
know.
how many times
You could have just, well,
we
and
shut
that's what I've been
ourselves
doing too.
down.
If you just do a few 10-minute walks a day, there's your half
Yeah.
hour right there.
Yes. Yes. And the studies show it doesn't matter if it's broken up throughout the
Exactly.
day in small increments. It doesn't
Right.
matter. In
Right.
fact, for blood sugar lowering effects, it's better to get movement all day long
Hmm.
than just all at once. If you
And
think about it.
the
Yeah.
key is
Yeah.
after dinner, I think. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
all throughout the day, but Randy and I have really implemented the 10 to 15-minute walk after dinner, and it's huge.
Yes. Oh my
Brings
gosh.
that blood
Yes, it
sugar
is.
down from what we ate for
Yes, it is.
dinner.
You're not doing any more of that circling in the living room though, right?
No, I have not been. I wore out my floor.
One time we talked about that. Oh, I was
I
just
have been
dying. I was
known to
just
do that. Like,
picturing it. I was
ooh,
just picturing it. I was just
I would go, oh no, I'm at 9,995 steps today. I've got to do 5 more steps.
Yeah. I could just imagine Randy's face looking at
Yeah.
you. Like,
He's
Tonya.
he's so
I
used
love
to me
it.
at this point. He doesn't
I
even
love it.
notice.
I love
I could
it. I love
walk
it.
around him 10 times and he wouldn't even notice. You will
Oh,
never be
gosh.
ready for the things that matter, and waiting to feel ready before you start acting is how the knowing doing gap widens. That is huge.
Yeah.
Waiting.
And then if you keep reading, because that's what I highlighted
Yes.
too, it's uncomfortable to do the work. It's
Yes, it is.
uncomfortable to stretch your capacity of tolerance. It's
Mm-hmm.
uncomfortable to be vulnerable with someone. It is so uncomfortable to do so many of these things. And yet, once we do them, do we or do we not feel phenomenal?
We do. We do. We
Exactly.
feel so much better. And the alternative is so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like you said,
Yeah.
weighing 300 pounds, being in a nursing home at 65, that is uncomfortable. So I always say every choice you make every day is going to affect your future. So you've got to
Yeah.
think about what you want your future to look like as you age. Do you want to
Mhm.
be feeble and walking with a cane and in a
Exactly.
nursing home? No, I don't. Absolutely not.
No, no. And for me, I mean, I'm very lucky as a pharmacist to get to see the progression of
Yes.
people's health and disease over time.
Mhm.
So when I was the manager of Walmart, I would see hundreds and I mean, just
Oh, I
insane
can
amounts of people a day, and you follow their lives, right? And you
imagine.
see them even when they're not in there getting prescriptions, you would see them in the store because this was the only store
Yes.
we had in our town. Like literally, there was
Mhm.
nothing else. You needed toilet paper, this is where you had to go.
That's where you
So
went.
I would see
Yes.
these people all the time,
Um,
whether they were coming in for prescriptions or not. Like you see them getting tired, and you see them getting slower, and you see them losing vibrancy, and you see them gaining weight, and you would literally watch for 20 years these people age before my eyes, and it scared me for my own mortality, right? Like it would scare
mhm.
me, like, is this the way that our health, is this the way that the world works? Like, is as I age, am I just gonna just put on the pounds and my face is gonna widen? And the
It,
struggle with that, the fear.
right.
Yeah.
I'm sure it helped you make better decisions seeing
Yeah,
that,
honestly, it did.
right?
Like, I feel like I have an advantage over other people
Yes.
because in healthcare, you do see the deterioration of people, and you
Mhm.
know, like, I mean, I knew from looking at them, they're on cholesterol medication and blood pressure medication and blood sugar
Sure.
medication. They have all these disease states,
Mhm.
knowing their medical history and seeing their personality. And you see how the antidepressant doses are going up, and you see the weight going up, and you see the correlation between all of the problems.
I'm sure. Gosh, I can't even imagine.
And you realize, just like this says, like these people are stuck in this comfort cycle and they
Yes.
don't even know how to get out.
Well, we offer a lifeline every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why we do what we do. That's why we share what worked for us, what helped us, and so many other people get off
Yeah.
meds, become healthier.
And on top of that, I want to talk about the ability of myself, yourself, the other people who are doing this with us to get on social media and to actually share
Mhm.
what they are doing to get healthy, to give
Mhm.
people some inspiration and motivation to make change in their life. Because the
Right.
more of us that do that, the more times you put yourself out there in the uncomfortable ways,
Mhm.
have the uncomfortable conversations, it for the
Right.
longest time, it was so difficult for me to show a picture of myself when
Mhm.
I weighed the excess weight. Like,
Mhm.
I don't know about you. I'm sure it was the same for
Yeah,
you.
I just posted one this morning
Yeah.
when I
And
felt
do you remember the
awful.
first time you looked at that photo and said,
Yes,
okay,
I
I should
went,
really
oh,
show this to the world and show them that if they're
yeah.
struggling with these problems, they can fix them too. Like, you can
Mhm.
do this. And at the same
Mhm.
time, it is so uncomfortable and
It is.
so uncomfortable to put yourself out there like that. It's so hard. And I know the first couple times I was just like, this is just like you pushed
Mhm.
post and you just closed your eyes and just like,
Yes.
I don't even want to know what people are going to think, what people are going to say. I don't even want to deal with it.
I don't even
And
care. I
now,
just want to bring someone hope, like you brought hope to me,
yeah,
because I didn't know. I didn't know I had insulin resistance. And I had gone to my doctors and nobody even mentioned, hey, all your symptoms are symptoms of insulin resistance.
because doctors don't know. This
I
isn't something
know,
we
they
learn in
don't know.
school. This is
I
what the
expect them
pharmacists
to
talk
know.
about. The doctors know. They don't know. That's just it.
Right.
And the world's always changing, and medicine is always changing.
Mhm.
And unfortunately, in society today, sometimes you have to read the backdoor research and
Yes,
not the stuff that is sponsored by Pepsi Cola and Lay's potato
right.
chips.
You have to
And
advocate for yourself. There's just
yeah,
no way.
yeah,
Well, I love how this chapter ended. It says it's easier to act your way into a new way of thinking rather than think your way into a new way of acting. So do one little
yeah,
thing today and let momentum build. You do not
yes,
have to you do not have to like change your entire life in one day. Make some healthier
yes.
choices. Skip the Dunkin', skip the Starbies, and
Hmm.
instead drink a tea.
Yep. Do
You
something
know,
different because
such a
making yourself
simple,
just a little bit uncomfortable
yes,
is going to make the uncomfortable
right,
comfortable
right.
and make what is right now your comfort
Mm-hmm.
uncomfortable. That's where we're
Mm-hmm.
at now. We're at the point where
Exactly.
when we eat the food that isn't perfect,
Mm-hmm.
we feel that uncomfort.
We sure do.
And
We
then
sure
that's a
do.
choice we don't make for a very long time. And like we said before, it's not like it's not cheat meals, it's not this. It's we make
Right.
conscious choice to enjoy some of the food that we always enjoyed with our family and
Mm-hmm.
friends. And we enjoy that time with them. And then we enjoy those tastes and those flavors. And then we realize that, hey, and that's something I don't need. I love it.
Exactly.
I love it.
Exactly.
I love it. I love
Hey,
it.
you know what? I'm going to give you 5 because we've done this every Wednesday for 3 months.
Have we really?
Yes, 12
Look at
chapters is
us.
12 weeks. We are committed. I love it. I think it's a really good discipline for us to get on here,
Yeah.
talk about life, talk about
Yeah.
health. Um, and I love it.
Remember how uncomfortable it used to be to go live?
Yes.
And
Love this.
finally, I think finally media, we're figuring some of this out. So it makes it
Right.
easier. But
Yes.
we would have never gotten there if we wouldn't have gone through
Exactly.
all the times when our lives were muted and
Yes.
my camera was black.
We have,
And
you have
the
figured out a lot of
phone
things.
calls that came through that muted our live.
Oh my
How many
gosh.
times?
Yes.
How many times did we have literally the most frustrating, difficult problems? And look at how far we've come.
We have put ourselves in discomfort
Yeah,
and reached a new level of comfort. And we have
yeah,
to keep growing.
yes,
We have to
yes,
keep
yes.
learning and growing and becoming the best version of ourselves as we
Yeah.
age. So,
So, lucky
um,
13. Next week is going to be 101 things
ooh,
more worth thinking about than whatever's consuming you.
consuming you. Oh,
Ooh, 101
interesting.
things to think about instead of the inner
Hmm.
garbage. Oh my gosh, this chapter is so long. We're going to need like 7 hours because it's
Oh
literally,
no, you're
oh
right.
my God. Okay, well, it could be an hour live next week. I don't know.
101. We might have to do this for,
We're gonna have to pick our favorites.
yes. Okay. You pick your top 3 and I'll pick my top 3.
Yeah, we're gonna dive into it.
What if they're the same?
That'd be crazy. That'd be
It won't
crazy
be.
and kismet, and that would mean that sorry, the men are gonna have to live somewhere else because
That's
me and
right.
Tanya are gonna get like this little beach house and we're gonna
We're
hang
going to
out
have
and
a
read our
beach
books.
house,
We're
a
gonna be Disney.
compound. Yes, exactly.
I love it. All
Um,
right, so anyone who wants to pick out their 3, read the book with us, 101 Essays That Will Change the
yes,
Way You Think by Brianna Weiss. Um, you'll love it like we love it.
yes. Can't wait
And
for next week.
yes, I
All
love
right.
it.
Have
I
a
love it.
wonderful day, everyone. Thank
All
you for
right.
joining. Okay.
Bye,
Bye, Dr.
Tanya.
Jen.